Following program is produced by Project Bait and does not reflect the views of this station.
This is another Wells report for my people. Well, I suppose that by now we all know that the cat's out of the bag, or maybe I should say, the tiger is out of the bag. Of course, you are all aware that I'm speaking of the recent media circus surrounding the admission of golf legend Tiger Woods' extramarital transgressions, as he called it. As the story went, Woods suffered minor injuries in an early morning car accident near his home in Wildermere, Florida. The truth about what happened after the accident may never be known. Some reports say that Woods' wife Ellen used a golf club to smash the window out of the SUV in order to rescue the golf superstar. Other reports have suggested that Ellen may have actually used the golf club to attack Tiger after she discovered his marital infidelity. Whatever the case may have been, the media had a field day with the incident. In a now infamous clip, the cast of Saturday Night Live produced a clip in which Woods was repeatedly beaten by his wife as a result of his extramarital affairs.
Seems like I keep saying the wrong thing in these press conferences.
Time magazine asked if Tiger should now be known as Lion Cheetah after the story of his adultery hit the press. And as the number of alleged mistresses coming out of the Tiger woodwork eventually reached 16, the press began to focus on rumors of a pending divorce and how much a divorce could possibly cost Woods. Tiger still wasn't out of the woods, as it appeared that he was losing lucrative endorsement contracts by the week. The funniest article I read over the course of this affair was an article put out by the Associated Press that claimed that Tiger's affairs with an assortment of white women had put even more stress on his complicated relationship with the African American community. I call the article funny because, as we all know, in a now infamous appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Woods let the public know that he didn't really see himself as black. Regardless of the press playing up his achievements as a black golf player, he preferred the term Cablinasian to define his racial background. Cablinasian was a term that Woods made up to describe his Caucasian, black, Native American, and Asian background. Of course, Woods wasn't the first American of African ancestry to attempt to avoid being labeled as black. Model Danielle Luna was born in Detroit and went on to become the first black model to be featured on the cover of British Vogue magazine back in 1966. But even with the fuss of her accomplishment, throughout her career, Luna insisted on highlighting her ancestry as a mix of Mexican, Indonesian, Irish, and even Egyptian, rather than African or African American. What's interesting about the Woods case is that, for the most part, the press has allowed him to opt out of the whole issue of race. Over the years, Woods carefully crafted a media-friendly image of the non-threatening, likable sportsman that anyone would be proud to have over to their house for dinner. Tiger attracted countless endorsements with his wide smile, casual demeanor, and ever-present Nike baseball cap. Indeed, Tiger seemed to be the perfect role model for parents who were weary of troublesome black athletes who seemed to be so arrogant and always making headlines for the wrong reasons. Well, although it took some time, it appears that Tiger has officially played himself. With the rumor mill connecting him to strippers and even adult film stars, Tiger's squeaky clean image has been officially destroyed. The release of a recent Vanity Fair magazine shows an image of Tiger that seems to contradict his wholesome all-American image. Pictured bare-chested and pumping weights with an intense glare on his face and a Scully straight out of a 1990s gangster rap music video, this isn't a Tiger Woods that most Americans are accustomed to seeing. Considering Woods' admission of promiscuity, the Vanity Fair cover plays on the age-old stereotype of the black male as a brute and sexual deviant. The black male as a threat to the safety of white women has been a common theme for the past century. Like D.W. Griffith's blackface portrayal of a rapist in the 1915 film Birth of a Nation, Kenny Norton in the 1970s film Mandingo, and Vogue magazine's cover of LeBron James in a classic King Kong pose on its April 2008 cover, Vanity Fair's decision to cast Woods in such a light continues a tried and true stereotype of the African American male. And like O.J. Simpson and Michael Jackson before him, Woods may have played a key role in his own character assassination. I say may have because, in my view, what Woods did off the golf course should have nothing to do with his expertise on the course. In a world of vice and temptation, no one should be expected to uphold an image of perfection, and thus it should come as no surprise that heroes consistently fall from grace after having been placed on such a high pedestal. But I won't let Tiger off the hook that easy. After so many years of publicly attempting to escape a classification of African American, it appears that Eldrick Tiger Woods wasn't as racially neutral as he portrayed himself to be. Beneath all the Cablinasian rhetoric, reports have surfaced that Tiger seemed to have a fascination with the sexual stereotype of black males. Vanity Fair reports that Tiger periodically made jokes and comments about black male genitalia in the presence of women. Indeed, text messages between Tiger and one of his mistresses reveal that Woods didn't object to being called a black guy. He also wondered if his mistress had a thing for big black guys. All of this race talk from a supposedly racially neutral guy. It appears to me that Tiger publicly rejected the label of black male to distance himself from negative stereotypes, but privately adhered to such stereotypes to further his personal agenda with women who clearly saw him as a black male. But oh well. If Fuzzy Zeller's 1997 comments telling Tiger not to order fried chicken or collard greens for the Champions Dinner wasn't a wake-up call, I seriously doubt one issue of Vanity Fair will either. But then again, I think Tiger really does know what time it is. He just doesn't want us common folk to know that he does. I'm Mark Wells, and this has been another Wells Report for My People.
Funding for closed captioning is provided by the Rice Bowl Fresh Asian Cooking, located in the Millender Center in downtown Detroit, on West Grand Boulevard in the New Center area, and in the College Park Shopping Center, located on Southfield Road at Outer Drive. For more information, contact us at 313-963-3200.
If you have a business in Metro Detroit, you should be in the Detroit Black Pages. For info, call 961-3289. That's 961-3289.
On Street Beat, we put a focus on the community.
We simply set it out.
We go back to the days of some of the earliest talk shows.
I mean, we cover the issues that matter here in Michigan.
You're going to hear on Street Beat things you won't hear on other shows.
We provide critical analysis.
It's a made-in-Michigan product.
We try to get voices that you wouldn't see other places.
I'm Carol Kane. I grew up on the east side of Detroit.
I'm David Rambo, executive producer of For My People.
I'm Stephen Henderson, host of American Black Journal.
We're all made in Michigan.
The preceding program was produced by Project Bait and does not reflect the views of this station.